Welcome back to the Football Stadium Show YouTube channel and welcome to a brand new match day vlog. Today I'm off to Meadow Park to watch the Borehamwood take on Barnet, my local team, in a National League derby. It's a massive game. I'll be in the away and supporting the Bees. I'm really looking forward to this one, so let's get going. Barnet versus Borehamwood is a rivalry that's been a regular occurrence over the past few years and where anything can happen. In the last 5 meetings between these two sides, Barnet have won twice, Borehamwood have won once, and there's been 2 draws. In these games, 3 players have received red cards and a total of 9 goals were scored. The last time these two teams met was at the back end of last season in the National League playoff eliminators. The Wood ran away as winners from the Hive but never made it any further in the playoffs, hence why they're taking on Barnet today. However, both sides will once again be hoping for promotion this season, and a win this afternoon would really help towards that goal. Well, as you can see, we've made it to enemy territory. It's Meadow Park, home to Borehamwood FC. Now this is a nice little ground, about 3,000, 4,000 can fit in here, and I've just heard someone over there in the ticket office say it's almost sold out, which is really good to see. Hopefully about 1,000, 1,500 Barnet fans making the short trip down here to Borehamwood today. One thing I did want to mention was the stadium itself. I've been here a few times before for Arsenal women matches and Arsenal under-23 matches, as they do ground share with Borehamwood. However, over the summer they have made some changes here. They've improved all of this area, they've rebuilt a lot of it. There's a new clubhouse behind this sign over here for the home fans, which all does look very nice and modern. Where they've got this money from, there's a couple of different places. As I say, they've ground shared with Arsenal, which probably injects a little bit of cash into the club. They also went on a cup run last season where they made it to something like the 2nd round or 3rd round, where they had to play Everton at Goodison Park on BBC Sport, which obviously would have brought a lot of money into the club as well, which I'm sure has all contributed to this building. But, you know, not too much more to say about the stadium. Let's get inside. Despite the short trip, we were hungry, so it was time to grab some food. Well, I have a feeling that Barnet are going to be winning this match today. Going in form-wise, Barnet are 2nd and Borehamwood are down in the bottom half of the table. However, something where Borehamwood may, or by the looks of it, have won is in terms of food. At Barnet, the queues have been slow, overpriced. It's just not been great recently. However, here at Borehamwood, queued up about 20 seconds, we managed to order, got ourselves a bag of chips. My dad's gone with street dog, I think this was called, bacon wrapped. Basically a massive pig and blanket with some cheese and sauces on there. I've gone with just the standard cheeseburger. All of this looks really nice. Do you want to have a bite of that?
Here we go. It's a dog. Maybe it's called a dog because it's a dog.
Already made a mess.
What's
the bacon like? Is it crispy?
Crispy.
Right, I'm going to eat this. Let's tuck in before our serve gets blown away. Right, we finished our food, feeling very full up after that, and now the lineups are out. So let's take a look through Barnet's. In goal is Walker, as expected. Then we've got Coker, Collins, Akimo, Gorman. Kabamba is starting as well, which is huge, as yesterday, of course, was a summer transfer window deadline day. There was lots of rumours going around that he may be leaving to Exeter, to Stockport, to Wimbledon. There were some bids coming in for him, but luckily all of them, I guess, were rejected, or he said no, and he is starting for Barnet today. Our main man, 30 years old, number 9, already scored 5 times this season, so it's great that he is going to be staying with the club. Then we got Pritchard, Hartigan, Winter, Olowu and Zach Brunt, who of course played for Borehamwood on loan from Sheffield United last season, so we'll see how he gets on against his former club today. Taking a look at the substitute bench as well, we got Armstrong, Stade, Gilmore, goalkeeper, Finley Potter, and then Carnu, another person who is subject to offers this transfer window. Reportedly 6-figure offer coming in for him. Again, another one rejected though. He is on our bench today, and hopefully we'll be seeing him in action on the pitch. Both teams made their way out onto the pitch to flags, flares and a whole lot of noise. Borehamwood started off the game with some good chances, and Olowu sent through on goal, but his shot was far wide. The number 9 then had another opportunity, but this one was sent into the side netting. It was then Barnet's turn to strike at goal, a nice bit of play setting up former Borehamwood man Zach Brunt, but his effort was straight at the woodkeeper. Gorman then had a go, however his long range hit was tipped over the bar by Ashmore. Yet another lovely set of passes led to Brunt having his second chance of the game, but this one was sent wide of the post. Gorman and Fifield shared a hug, the referee giving the resulting free kick Borehamwood's way. The Bees' number 9, Kabamba, then had a shot on target which was caught by Borehamwood's number 1. Barnet were then awarded a free kick, but Whelan refused to give Gorman the ball back. He was given a yellow card. Meanwhile, Kabamba's shirt had been torn. And that was all for a rather flat first 45. Barnet 0, Borehamwood 0. The second half started with the heat turned up, Olowu and Marsh having an argument. There did seem to be a grab on the neck of the Barnet defender, but the referee didn't spot it. Kabamba, now in a new untorn shirt, then appealed for a free kick, claiming he was kicked by Bush, again ignored though by the referee. Olowu was then dispossessed by Olowu inside of the Barnet penalty area, but the Barnet defence, along with goalkeeper Laurie Walker, managed to keep the ball out of the back of the net. With the score 0-0, Ashmore was already starting to time waste in the 61st minute. It was clear Borehamwood were playing for the draw. As we approached the 70th minute mark, a nice bit of skill from Winter saw Barnet with a dangerous free kick on the edge of the box, but nothing came of it. Just over 5 minutes later, a Barnet corner was swung in, Olowu heading home to give the Bees a well-deserved lead on Derby Day. Idris Kanu was then brought on, much to Barnet fans' delight, and he immediately stole the show. Barnet were determined to keep the ball and win, Callum Steed showing this by the corner flag. Borehamwood were eager to of course get the equaliser, but Barnet were holding up strong. And that full-time whistle finally went after 6 long minutes of added time, and Barnet were victorious 1-0 on Derby Day, and the Bees are now top of the league. Well, full time here at Meadow Park, 1-0 to Barnet. It was an absolutely hectic game, as you can imagine, a derby day between two local rivals, 15 minutes away from each other. Nearly 2,000 people packed out here in Meadow Park. It was a great atmosphere. But let's talk a bit about the game. From minute 1 to 90, I just think Barnet wanted it more. Honestly, we were so aggressive from that first minute, got to the ball quicker than Borehamwood, and they done their usual tactic of sitting back, hoofing up the pitch long. The goalkeeper started wasting time really early as well. They were playing for the draw, it seems like, and Barnet just pounced on that, and again, from the very start to the very end of the game, we were in first gear, whereas they were really just sitting back. The first half, not too much happened, which was a bit worrying, as this game is notorious for 0-0s and 1-1s. So we were worrying that it may end in a draw. However, in that second half, Barnet really did come alive. Kabamba was taken off. However, that didn't really seem to affect us too much in an attacking sense. And then obviously in the 78th minute, an Olowu header from a corner sent the Bees 1-0 up. From that moment onwards, Borehamwood seemed to hurry up a little bit. Obviously they were 1-0 down, they don't want to lose, so now they wanted to try and get the win. However, Barnet still seemed to just be so much better than them. You know, we kept the ball. Borehamwood from the 80th to maybe 90th minute only had a chance or two, whereas Barnet had 5 or 6 good ones. Kanu was then brought on, which was good to see him for his first game back in a while, and he was on top of his game as usual, loads of skills, flicks and tricks to get around the Borehamwood defenders. And of course Barnet did hold on full time, 96th minute, after all that added time was added on. Barnet won 1-0. That win does send us top of the league. It's a great time to be a Barnet fan, and you know, after games like this where you just got to grind out that win, it really does feel like this season could be our season. If you did enjoy watching, please make sure to like, subscribe, share and comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.